Today, I'm going to show you how to turn this into this for this guy. To start this build, we're going to use an Exoterra 18x18x24 tree frog terrarium. Now the cool thing about the tree frog terrarium is it has a built-in drainage system. Here you'll see the drain hole, the drain assembly, and the hosing. Now before we start to set up our enclosure, we need to make sure that our drainage assembly is put together first. Once fully set up, if your drainage layer becomes oversaturated or flooded, you can use this lever at the end of your hosing to drain any excess water. Now that our drainage is done, we can start working on our background. For this build, we're going to be using the Gorilla Glue method for our background. We'll make sure to cover the entire back with Gorilla Glue. Then we'll add some choice pieces of cork and top it off with some wet Eco Earth. Once the Gorilla Glue has completely cured and hardened, we can begin removing all the excess soil from the background. Once I've removed all the excess soil, I like to use a soft bristle brush to remove all the soil from between the crevices of the cork. Once we've finished that, we'll start cleaning up the bottom of the enclosure to start prepping for our drainage layer. So the first part of our drainage will be about 2 to 3 inches of lava rock. Next we'll add our substrate barrier. This will keep all bedding and substrate from working its way down into our drainage. Next we're going to add some volcanic soil. This has great drainage properties but also adds nutrients into the soil. This will ensure that your plants get the best possible start when placed into the vivarium. Now that our drainage layers are complete, we can add our soil. When adding soil, you want to make sure to add more soil in areas that you expect to add plants. This will ensure that the plant's roots have a decent depth to grow into. Now we can start adding our plants. this monstera will add some shelter to the higher areas of this enclosure. Now, due to the fact that terribilis dart frogs prefer humidity that ranges between 80 to 90%, we're going to want to use some humidity-loving plants inside of their enclosure. We'll add a piece of ghostwood too. It'll act as a great anchor point for this little plant. And to keep this little plant in place, we'll use a little bit of fishing line to tie it down. Now that our plants are all set up, it's time to give the enclosure a thorough mist. Dart frogs aren't exactly the best swimmers. In fact, they very rarely come across large bodies of water. These shallow water bowls will mimic small puddles naturally found in their environment. Next, we're going to add live moss. Adding live moss to the enclosure is going to make it just stand out that much more. It's also going to be a great way to add humidity and retain moisture inside the enclosure. And last but not least, we'll add some leaf litter, our lights, and my favorite part, the fogger. And there you guys have it. That is how you set up a terribilis dart frog vivarium. Leave a comment down below and let me know what animal you'd like to see me set up next. I hope you liked this video, hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you never miss a video that we put out. And I'll catch you guys next time. Whoop!